So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Terence Crawford shows frustration to Keith Thurman. Shows a lot of frustration. Basically tells Keith Thurman to shut up. He's not happy. Terence Crawford, he's not happy because Keith Thurman said send the contract, and Terence Crawford replies in an aggressive manner. I think what Terence Crawford is basically saying that we'll send the contract and you'll act like you still won't sign. You don't want to fight. Why would Keith Thurman not want to fight? Keith Thurman now is in a position where he's not champion. He wants to prove himself again. He just lost to Pacquiao. I think he would take the fight if he's fit and well. Why wouldn't he take the fight? It would be a crazy decision for Keith Thurman not to take the fight. It's a great opportunity for him to become world champion again. You know, he says he's open to a Danny Garcia rematch, but Danny Garcia is not world champion. He's already beat Danny Garcia. Surely you'd want to fight Terence Crawford, who's rated as pound for pound the best fighter in the world, and he's a WBO world champion. So it's an opportunity for Keith Thurman to beat the pound for pound best fighter in the world and become world champion again and put himself in a power position again. If he beats the pound for pound best fighter in the world and becomes world champion, where does that put Keith Thurman in world boxing? Do you see what I mean? It's a great opportunity. I think if Keith Thurman was offered that fight, he should grab it with both hands. And it's a dangerous fight for Crawford. Yes, Crawford will be favourite. Most people think Crawford will win the fight. Yes, but it's a dangerous fight for Crawford. Crawford's going to be fighting a big welterweight that can punch, that can box, that is vulnerable. Thurman is vulnerable when it comes to taking a shot, but he's a big welterweight and he can punch and he can box. And we've seen Crawford hurt before with lesser punches. Thurman's a big puncher and he's a big welterweight. That's a dangerous fight for Terence Crawford. So for me, I think Keith Thurman should take the fight. I think Keith Thurman is a legitimate test. It's not an easy fight. And there'll be more interest in Terence Crawford fighting Keith Thurman than there would be Terence Crawford fighting Kell Brook. And Terence Crawford's already said he wants to fight Thurman over Brook. So I think if that fight is offered, why don't Bob Arum go and offer? I think Bob Arum should send an offer to Keith Thurman and see what happens. I'm pretty sure Thurman will be looking to take that fight. I think that fight could be made because Thurman's in a position now where he's not world champion. He's going to have an opportunity to fight the best pound for pound fighter in the world. That's a great opportunity. And then he's got an opportunity to win a world title back in the welterweight division. So I don't see why he wouldn't take it. I think it would be crazy for Keith Thurman not to take the fight. Because for me, I think he's got a chance to become relevant in boxing again. A chance to get right back to the top. He lost to Pacquiao, but this would surpass the Pacquiao loss in the sense that he would go right now. Pacquiao's not considered pound for pound the best. Crawford is. So by beating Crawford, you go from here to there. So for me, it would be great if Thurman was to turn that fight down. It'd be crazy. I don't see him doing it. And like I said, I think Thurman is a dangerous fight for Crawford. It's not an easy fight. Thurman is a big welterweight that can punch, that can box, that can move. He's a hard fight for Crawford. And that will be an opportunity for Crawford also to prove himself against a top fighter. Would Crawford be able to prove himself against Keith Thurman? Yes, because that would be a legitimate welterweight win. Right? Because a lot of the other guys that Crawford's fought, most of them are past their best, not the fighters that they were. So I think it's a great fight for Keith Thurman. I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight for Terence Crawford to prove himself. I think it makes sense for both. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.